Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to welcome you once again to today's episode. My name is Frederick Idere. As usual, I am host here. I have a special guest, a very special guest today. Some of you who follow me on social media know her already. You probably don't know her by face, but you know her by name, Fruitful Julleanne. I leave it at that. But I'd like to take off or set this conversation by introducing her as Oriakhi. You'd find out what that means in a moment.
To be here, I'm really excited to be here. I know it's something we had long planned to be there, and I'm finally here.
Good to have you here.
Yes.
Good to have you here. You mean so much to me.
Oh, thank you.
And Oriakhi. Where we come from is Yawo
Wine in Igbo, then Awan in Ibibio.
Oh, that tells me that you have connection with the Edo. You have connection with
the Igbos. Yeah. And of course connections with the Ibibios.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, then let's take it up from that point.
Okay.
What's your connection with the Edo, for instance?
Okay, so I'll start by giving at least a fundamental introduction of myself.
That's fine.
I am, like you had said on social media, Fruitful. Yes, Fruitful Julleanne Ihuoma Oriakhi. Me, Okata.
Okata.
Yes. Yeah. So, Fruitful, like I say to people, and for those that follow me, Fruitful is a name. Most people actually feel it's actually a name that was given to me by my parents. But no, Fruitful is a name that I was divinely given by the Holy Spirit in 2009. Yeah, shortly after my introduction, under the administration of Pastor Taiwo Dukoya, and I heard it loud and clear, Fruitful, add to all your social media handles. Then, Ihuoma is my native name. My father is from Isialangwa local government in Abia State. So automatically, because the way we are configured here in Nigeria, so automatically I am Ngwa by tribe, Isialangwa by tribe, and my mom happens to be from Itu local government in Akwa Ibom State. So you see that I have touches and touches and touches here and there. And of course, I'm proudly married to an Edo-Esan man. Yeah, Esan, to be precise, there's no need for the man. Esan. Yeah, so I have sprinkles and touches of, I have the Isialangwa blood in me, I have the Ibibio blood in me, and I also have somehow the area blood in me, like we say, area blood in me, the Edo blood in me. That's what we typically say. Then we'll say anyone from Niger Delta area. So when I greet people, I say, and I know I can pick, I'll say area. So so that's just it. Yeah.
Nice. Good to have you.
Yeah.
Let me pick it off. I'm Edo. That's why you're here. That's why you're here.
Yes.
It is right. You're married to Edo. What's your husband? Let's get to know who your husband is.
Okay. I'm married to Dr. Abel Toms Oriakhi.
Yes.
Oriakhi, yeah. So he's from he's Esan, and he's from Ohodwa. Ohodwa, that's Esan's
I don't go there. Esan South is.
Esan South is. Don't mind me. Esan South. I get to feel this every time. Esan South.
Yeah,
you need to cut that part. So he's from Esan Southeast, and he's a traditional man. So I'm married to a traditional Edo man. So not just your regular Edo person that say my mama say I be Edo or my mama say I be Isha. No, I'm married to a core traditionalist when it comes to culture.
Wow.
When it comes to culture. And interestingly, I was also brought up, from a core traditional home.
Wow.
I grew up in understanding the importance of culture. So meeting a cultural person, was just like a perfect blend.
Wow.
It's not a function of my mama say, my papa say I come from Abia State. My mama come from no. These are cultures that I am part and parcel of. I might not speak as fluently as my siblings, but my siblings all speak very well because my parents exposed us to both languages. So I will converse very well in the Igbo language, Isia language to be precise. I will converse as well in Idibio. Though I will stutter, but then for the Esan language, no, I haven't. I will not even boast in that. I will not boast in that. But of course, I completely understand the culture of the people, and I guess that with time, I'll be able to, speak the language like I desire to.
Yeah. I see that you're very honestly. One of my main attraction to you is the fact that you're so passionate about where your husband comes from. That's it first. But I'll come back to. I'd like to know how you met your husband, and then I'd like to also know if there were resistance from family. Yeah, you want to go marry an Edo man? Are you sure? and all of that. I'd like to know. But let me stay on you first.
Okay.
A little more about you will be helpful. I know you are some form of consummate marketer, PRO personnel.
Yeah, brands person, brands communication person. Yeah. So okay, a bit about me. Yeah, so like I said, I am Fruitful Julleanne Ihuoma Oriakhi. I'm from Abia State. I'm from Abia State, Isialangwa North to be precise. I was born in Anwa, which is known as St. Luke's Hospital, Anwa, in Akwa Ibom State. The fifth of a family of 5, a family of 3 boys, 3 girls. So I'm your typical daddy's girl. I'm your typical spoiled, pampered daddy's girl. I'm the carbon copy of my father.
Wow.
I am that child that could have her way where her father is. So that's it. Then of course my early years, my primary school was here in Lagos, Ladies of Apostles Private School, Yaba. My parents I was born in the Presbyterian home, so I grew up in the church. I grew up in the church. My mom was a Sunday school teacher. She was also the Women's Guild, a member of the Women's Guild. My father, I knew him. So I'd always been in the Orthodox space. So you see, when I talk about tradition, if you really look at the traditional, if you look at the Orthodox churches, you can see, you will perceive tradition. So I've always been part of tradition. So I grew up in Presbyterian. I grew up in Presbyterian church. I was exposed to a whole lot of doctrine. Then secondary school, I had my JS 1 to 3, Badagry Grammar School. Then my SS 1 to 3, Federal Government College. And the reason being that I grew up in a home where my parents were very particular about education. They didn't have much, quote and unquote, but the little they had, they ensured it was well spent in education. So for the time I went into secondary school in 1991, so you can imagine that in my house we had the policy of, it's either my father would tell you, I know get money, but the 3 schools you must pass the common entrance. Is either you pass Nigerian Navy, you pass command, or you pass Federal Government College. Those were the 3 standard schools you could attend. So they were, and those days, not what we have today. To be in a Federal Government College was a big deal. To be in a military school, command secondary school was a big deal. So to be in Air Force was a big deal. To be in Nigerian Navy. So, and there were schools that were meant for, like, I would say the first 3 of my siblings went to Command Ikpaja. So you could see they attended schools with top military personnel. Then for we that went to Federal Government colleges, you would find yourself with ministers' children, you find yourself with commissioners' children, you find yourself. So all they had, they could give us within their little space. My mom was a civil servant and my father was a businessman, was ensuring we went to the right school. So I couldn't initially go to Federal Government from my JS1 because I was a bit on the sickly side of life. And then you write exams and you're posted to, anywhere. But I was posted to Federal Government Girls College, Fortisco in Maiduguri. And amongst all my siblings, my parents had their restraint because Fortisco is in Maiduguri. I was sickly. I'm sure if it was another child of theirs, they wouldn't mind. And they said, okay, but the boarding school was a must in my house.
Wow.
The boarding school was a must in my house. And they said, okay, because my mom was in Lagos State Civil Service, and she was like, okay, then Lagos State, you could talk about Lagos State Model Colleges, you could talk about, those were also the premium high Lagos State Model College. You could talk about Badagry, we had Badagry Grammar School, Ikorodu Grammar School, and Ekpeg. They were standard schools. So because of the proximity, I did my JS 1 to 3 in Badagry Grammar School. Then when I was in SS1 and they felt, okay, this girl was strong enough, I was taken to Federal Government College, Ugola, Kogi State, where I had my SS1 to 3, and from then I moved to University of Benin, and J and J and J.